No one prepares you for the moment your heart breaks in public. Not in a crowded room, not in front of strangers, and not when the person being hurt is your own mother. Marcus Johnson learned that the hard way. He had just come back home after 8 months away. No calls, no warnings. He wanted it to be a surprise. But instead of hugs and tears of joy, he walked into a nightmare. Marcus had pictured this moment for weeks. He would walk into Lily's diner, the little place his mom loved. She always went there every Friday morning. Same booth, same tea, same smile. He would stand behind her, say, "Guess who's home?" and watch her face light up. That was the plan. But plans mean nothing when life hits you in the face. The bell above the diner door gave a soft ring as Marcus stepped inside. He was tall, broad, built from years of hard training and harder days. But he moved quiet, like someone used to danger. The smell of coffee and toast filled the air. But something felt wrong. The room was too quiet. Not peaceful quiet, scared quiet. People sat stiff in their seats, eyes low, hands tight around cups. Then Marcus heard a shout. A man's voice, loud, ugly. "You will apologize to me. Now." Marcus froze. His eyes followed the sound. And that's when he saw her. His mother, Grace Johnson, 70 years old. Small, neat, proud. She was standing near the middle of the diner. One hand pressed to her cheek. Her eyes wet, her face red. And towering over her was a big white man with angry eyes and clenched fists. The sight hit Marcus like a bullet. His chest tightened. His ears rang. For a second, the world went narrow. Just him, his mom, and the man hurting her. The man was known in this town. Everyone knew him. Caleb Turner. He owned half the stores on Main Street. Money, power, and a mouth that never closed. He had bullied this town for years. Yelled at waitresses. Threatened shop owners. Pushed people just because he could. No one stopped him. Because fear had become normal here. Grace had come in like always. Quiet. Polite. She had brushed past Caleb's chair by accident. Barely touched him. She didn't even notice. But he did. And he didn't like it. "Watch where you're going, old woman," he had barked. Grace had turned. Confused. "I'm sorry," she said softly. "I didn't mean." She never finished. Caleb slapped her. Hard. The sound cracked through the diner. Grace fell back against a table and slid to the floor. People gasped. But no one moved. Not one. Because this was Caleb Turner. And everyone was scared. Now he stood over her. Chest out. Voice loud. "Apologize," he demanded. "You don't touch me without apologizing." Grace tried to stand. Her hands shook. Her cheek burned. I'm sorry," she whispered. But he wasn't done. Not yet. That's when Marcus stepped forward. One slow step. Then another. Boots heavy on tile. Every head turned. Caleb looked up. Annoyed. "What are you staring at?" he snapped. "Mind your business." Marcus didn't answer. He walked past Caleb. Dropped to one knee beside Grace. His big frame blocked her from view. "Mom," he said softly. "I'm here." Grace looked up. Really looked. Her eyes widened. "Marcus?" she whispered. "My boy." He nodded. "I got you." Caleb laughed. "Touching story," he sneered. "Now get her out of my sight before I lose my patience." That's when Marcus turned. Slow, calm, deadly. He rose to his full height. Caleb suddenly looked smaller. "Did you hit her?" Marcus asked. His voice was low, controlled. The room went silent. Grace swallowed. She nodded. "Yes," she said. "He did." That was all Marcus needed. Everything changed in that second. The calm vanished. Marcus moved. Fast. His fist drove into Caleb's jaw. The crack echoed. Caleb staggered back. Shocked. Before he could react, another punch came. Then another. Clean. Sharp. Controlled. Not wild. Trained. Caleb fell to the floor. Blood poured from his mouth. He tried to crawl away. But Marcus stood over him. Eyes burning. "How dare you touch her?" Marcus said. How dare you humiliate her? Caleb raised his hands. Wait, please, he cried. I didn't know she was your mother. Marcus leaned closer. That does not matter. One last punch. Not to destroy him, just to end it. Then Marcus stepped back. Caleb curled into himself, crying, begging. The bully was gone. Only a broken man remained. For the first time in years, the town saw him fall. Sirens wailed in the distance. Someone had finally called the police. Marcus turned back to Grace. She was standing now, holding a chair for support. Their eyes met. She didn't yell, didn't scold. She just nodded. Proud, relieved, safe. Marcus raised his hands. He didn't run, didn't hide. He waited. The officers rushed in moments later. They took in the scene. Blood on the floor. Caleb shaking. Grace holding her cheek. Marcus standing calm, hands up. What happened here? One officer asked. Marcus spoke first. That man struck my mother, he said. I stopped him. Caleb tried to shout. He attacked me. He. Quiet, the officer snapped. People finally found their voices. He hit her first. We all saw it. He's been terrorizing us for years. Another officer pointed at the cameras. Pull the footage. They watched. No sound. Just truth. The slap was clear. The room stayed silent. One officer turned to Marcus. You military? Yes, Marcus said. Army. Just got back. The officer nodded. Thank you for staying calm. Then they turned to Caleb. Hands behind your back. You're under arrest for assault. Cuffs clicked shut. For the first time ever, Caleb Turner had no power. No one spoke for him. No one defended him. They let him out as he cried. And the diner finally breathed again. Marcus rushed back to Grace. Knelt in front of her. She reached for his face. Touched it like she couldn't believe he was real. You did this on purpose, she said. You were trying to surprise me. He smiled. I wanted to see your face. Tears filled her eyes. She pulled him into a tight hug. My boy is home, she whispered. The diner didn't clap. It didn't cheer. It did something better. People came over. They thanked Grace. They thanked Marcus. Some admitted the truth. We were scared. We didn't know how to stop him. We're sorry. Grace just nodded. I understand, she said. But things would be different now. They all felt it. Outside, the police car drove away. And with it, the fear that had ruled Ridgewood for years. Marcus walked out with his mother. The morning sun was warm. For the first time in a long time, the town felt light. That day became a story people told for years. About the morning a bully went too far. About the son who came home. About how silence broke. And courage finally stood up. Because sometimes, justice doesn't arrive in a courtroom. It walks in wearing boots, looking for his mom. If you believe no mother should ever be hurt and ignored, if you believe silence should never protect cruelty, then remember this story. And remember, one brave moment can change a whole town.